Hey folks, JD here, and today we mark almost the anniversary of me getting this particular quad, the Parrot Bebop, 12 months ago, and since then I have used it to death. So what are my thoughts and impressions 12 months on of owning this? Now it's important to say right at the very start, this quad is not a 12-month-old quad. This is about a 5 or 6-year-old quad, but I only purchased it 12 months ago. Now my first impressions of this quadcopter when I started to fly it was that it wasn't very refined. It seemed a little bit buggy. I mean, at the time I had pretty much, from a professional level quadcopter or hobbyist into professional level, I had pretty much just flown the Spark, I think, and the Mavic Air. So and the Phantom 4 and the Phantom 3. So I was used to very, very stable quads. I wasn't used to some which would move up or down, that would feather around a lot. And I had a bit of feathering with this. And at the start, I didn't quite know what to think. I was a little bit perturbed. I thought, right, okay, well, I paid quite a lot for this particular quadcopter with the Sky controller, all the accessories, and three official Parrot batteries as well. I was feeling a bit empty. I didn't know if I'd made the right choice, so I kept on ploughing at it. I think now I've got up about 20 or 30 videos on this. You can see them all in the description. I've linked them all in there should you want to have a little look at them, and they range from just FPV videos to me flying it, to me when Heath from 3D Printing with Heath gave me these particular legs that he'd printed. I tried a few stability videos there as well to see exactly how they would go, and you know, it's just testament to just how well Parrot makes these quads. Now, as it feeling a little bit buggy, it isn't the most refined. It does move around a lot, you know. But to be honest, that I got over that pretty quickly after about my second or third flight. And I'd pretty much then decided that she was a keeper. Because I was going to send her back. I had thought to myself that I wasn't happy and I was going to move it on. But then I thought, no, do you know what? It's up there with all of the good Parrot quadcopters and all the good Parrot RC vehicles like the Disco, the Parrot Bebop, the Bebop 2, the Swing, the Mambo. They're all up there as very good, easy to control quads. Now this one really has a lot going for it. Brushless motors, nice camera on the front of it as well, but unfortunately I've snapped my bit of elastic there. The camera itself, it can be angled. It is on a 3-axis gimbal here, or 3-axis. There, if I just turn this around, you can see what I'm talking about there. See underside there, you've got some suppression kit under there as well, so it just gives you that nice little sort of gimbal-styled movement to the video as well. So you don't see any jello, you don't get any vibration off these motor arms going back into the fuselage and then coming up on the camera. Now, all in all, I was very happy. I still think the Sky controller, albeit as lovely as it is just far too big. I still maintain that. I said that, I think, in the unboxing and the first flight video I did of this. I still maintain it, albeit it looks fantastic. If you have a tablet centered square as well, you have a lot of viewable space. It's brilliant. Now, my official Parrot batteries on here, as you'd imagine, are now dead and gone. They unfortunately only hold about 3 or 4 minutes charge, so I've pretty much done away with those. And what I did about 9 months ago, was I went onto Amazon and I picked myself up 5 of these. These are more Pilot aftermarket batteries. They give you a little bit more capacity, slightly increased higher capacity than the standard Parrot batteries. What I found about these is after about 4 or 5 cycles, they start to improve tremendously well. So I was getting about 7 to 9 minutes, and then that increased then up to about 14-15 minutes, which is a hell of a long time for this bird. And since then, I've put through here about 30 cycles, 40 cycles, and I'm seeing about 11 minutes, fluctuating between 10 and 11 minutes, which is standard what this quad should have anyway. I'm very happy with these. I haven't had a dud sell in any of the 5 that I bought. I'm very happy. I don't know if you can get these still. I haven't been able to find them again on Amazon. Maybe they've popped up somewhere else, but I certainly can't find them. But still, I still think this quad is worth it. Now, you've got to ask yourself a question. If you are, as we are 12 months on, JD, what do you prefer, this or the Bebop 2? Well, I don't have the Bebop 2. I decided to leave it out because I came into the sort of the Bebop realm a little bit late. And I thought that the Parrot's pricing strategy for the Bebop 2, albeit an excellent quad, was still very, very high. So I haven't bothered with that. Now, the price on this seems to be jumping and escalating because you can't get a lot of them. So I think a year ago I paid about 320. I'm seeing them on sale now for over 400, which is just ludicrous. Honestly, I don't think that you should buy one, because you're still buying 5 or 6 year old tech, albeit good. You can move on and you can get a lot better nowadays for a lot less. Like, you can get the Bebop 2. I've seen some nice packages with those recently on Argos, on Dixon's and Curry's website. So you can, obviously you have other alternatives. But for me, per somebody who bought this 12 months ago, I still think it's as good now as when I bought it. And it wasn't new, it was second hand. So I literally haven't had the best out of this quad, and I still like it. Albeit, it needs refinements. It's not going to get those refinements. It is what it is. It pretty much was. I look at it pretty much as the first sort of, I wouldn't go as far as beta test, I certainly wouldn't call it an alpha test, but I still think Parrot could have done a bit more with it. But obviously they refined that into the Bebop 2 and into the Bebop 2 Power. But still, 12 months on, for me, this is still a winner. I still fly it, not as often as I used to, because it's a bit of a faff taking the Sky Controller with me and taking the whole package with me here. But when I get the opportunity, I do. As I said, I've put through about 30 or 40 cycles through the battery, so I've done pretty much between 20 and 40 flights. I don't know how many. I'd have to check the app for that to see exactly how many, but all in all, I'm still very happy with this quad 12 months on. But if you were to look at getting this quad, I would say hold off, go for something a bit better, still within the Parrot range. Obviously we know now Parrot have moved out of the customer area. They're looking more at the Anafi range and looking more at the professional range, because unfortunately that's where a lot of quadcopter manufacturers are going. Look for the Parrot Bebop 2, look for the Bebop 2 Power. They are brilliant quads, but for me, I'm still very happy with this 12 months on. Absolutely, I think it is a stonker. I really do, and I'm very, very happy. Alright, my friends, if you have got a Parrot Bebop, let me know what you think of it as well. Have you had it for 6 years? Did you have it for a few years and then upgraded to the Bebop 2? Let me know what you think. Thanks ever so much for watching, listening, my friends. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and ring that bell too. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.